Are we going to try one?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
do you want to try it, or do you want me to go again?
No, you go.
Again?
There's no way that I am entrusting. In fact, this might be the the last appearance by Skype that you're ever going to see on this particular program.
Skype sucks.
Yeah, it's just too difficult. I wonder if it's that same guy again.
Good morning.
Hi, we're looking for Iafrate. It's David Bassel calling from...
I'm just walking over towards where he's playing.
Okay.
2 secs.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
No problem. How are you today?
Good.
Very good.
How's the tournament going so far? The second annual Celebrity
really
Slow
good.
Pitch.
Really good. Beautiful weather. Great turnout of people raising money for Easter seals.
Fantastic.
Hold on just for a sec.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Iafrate, it's Mike Richards from rawmike.richards.com. Thanks for joining me here this morning.
How are you?
We're great. I mean, everyone. When we were looking at all these pictures and videos of you, by the way, it's basically a television show on the internet, sports based, and everyone seems to be. And you must get this question a lot, but fascinated by the miles per hour that you got on a slap shot with a wooden stick. There's people watching and listening today of another generation who maybe didn't realize that at one point the sticks were actually made out of wood.
Yeah, way back when they were made out of wood. Actually, I played till '99, and the wood revolution was still in play when I was retiring, because the aluminum shaft with the wood blade was kind of still in its infancy, where bigger guys like me, a few shots, and then the aluminum would be warped. So, we didn't get the full effect of the aluminum shaft, and then which proceeded into the carbon graphite fiber era, where basically you could dial a stick into being really good for all 3 shots, where with wood you kind of had to figure out what kind of shooter you were, and your stick was kind of designed for what your shot was. I actually played with 2 different types of sticks. One was for like the power play, and the other one was a little whippier for getting off snappers and getting the puck out and passing and stuff.
Al, it sounds like it's almost like how certain guys, when they're playing golf, sometimes they choose different clubs because of the flex in it. It sounds like you're talking about kind of a very similar thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You had to. It was hard to get a wood stick that that would flex enough on a wrister and a snapper, but stay stiff for a one-timer or a slapper. It was kind of, the technology with wood wasn't quite there, where, then if you tried to play with the flex of the blade, rather than flex of the shaft, then you would be breaking blades a lot. So it never got mastered with the wood, so you kind of had to pick your poison on what your stick was going to be for.
So Al, if we're fast forwarding to 2017 and we look at your 1993 shot at 105.2 miles per hour, how much faster is that shot if you're at the same age in 2017, winding up with the stick that you want? What's the
record? 108.8?
Well,
I think Charles got the record with 108.8. I think it'd be 108.8. I think I'd be right in the mix. With,
I think you're being.
Those guys.
I think you're big.
It's just like now, there's. Back when I played, it was me and Al. It was.
Yeah.
Me and McKinnis.
Yep, the 2 L's.
If me and him were there, one of us was going to win it. Kind of now, if Weber or Chara are there, they're going to win it. If neither of them are there, then everyone else has a chance, I guess.
We're on the line with 4-time All-Star, former Maple Leaf, Capital, Bruin, San Jose Shark, Al Iafrate, joining us from the second annual Celebrity Slow Pitch. Al, what does Easter Seals mean to you? You do a lot of charity work, which is just fantastic of you to spend so much time, but a lot with Easter Seals as well. Why does it mean so much to you, Al?
Fortunately for me, I was a Toronto Maple Leaf, and if you're a Toronto Maple Leaf and you're a hockey player, and you're an all-star as a Maple Leaf, you're going to get a lot of opportunities to help other people just because of the way they treat their alumni and the way the alumni is kind of ingrained. The fabric of the sport is Canadian, so a lot of opportunity for hockey players in Canada to make a difference. And, you know, obviously being a Leaf was the platform. And then when I started doing work with Easter Seals, just, you know, how much it means to be able to be in a position to help kids who, you know, aren't going to be able to go to a camp, aren't going to be able to, you know, experience different things in life, you know, that other kids do. And, you know, just to see the joy on their face and how happy they are no matter what. You know, they have unconditional happiness. You know, I'm sure they have their moments like every other kid, but, you know, when you meet these kids and, you know, you get to see them year after year at an event after event, you know, you kind of form a little bond with them. And then at the end, you know, all this money that all the volunteers, you know, the people raising the money, the people participating in the different events, whether it's softball, hockey, bowling, whatever it is, golf, you know, you get to see the ice cream, you know, the frosting on the cake where, you know, they go to these camps and that money helps send these kids to these camps where they kind of have the time of their life. Camp Wood Eden is one of them that's close to where I live in Michigan. It's in just outside of London. So you get to go watch these kids get to enjoy, you know, the money that you help raise for them.
Well, it's a tremendous charity, as you just mentioned, and you do get a lot back from being involved with it. But Al, before I let you go, it's interesting. Have some my brother, his sister, or my sister-in-law, his wife, they have a place up in Petoskey, and so going through Michigan. It might be the most misunderstood, I think, state in all of the states because, quite honestly, depending on the part of the state that you're in, Al, it's a completely different world. It looks different. You know, there's just such a dichotomy of even economy that goes through there that I think when people start talking about Detroit and they only think of Detroit, that they're really not understanding the state because, quite honestly, there's a lot in that state that I think people just aren't aware that it's there. It actually has some magnificent and beautiful parts. They have their challenges. I mean, Michigan does have its challenges, but it really is a very interesting state with a very proud history of hockey.
Oh, yeah. It's, like you said, it's the misconception is unbelievable because people that, you know, just hear of Detroit and see what's going on in the news, you know, whether it be the price of steel and the automakers are struggling or what have you. You know, in Michigan, people don't realize there's like 4,000 lakes, and it's surrounded by water by the Great Lakes. And then there's the Detroit River that connects Lake Huron to Lake Erie, which runs right downtown. And people don't realize that, you know, I've talked to people that are sailors not from Michigan, and they say the most beautiful part in the world to sail is northern Michigan by Traverse City and Harbor Springs and Glen Harbor and all them places. People don't even know they exist. They just hear Detroit and they're like, oh. But in Michigan, it's kind of nice because you can be basically anywhere in the state and you can point yourself in 15 different directions and you'll be at a lake, 15 different lakes within 15 minutes. So
yeah, it is
pretty nice. If you like the outdoors, you like water, you like, you know, hunting, fishing, snow sports, kind of like Ontario. It's a great place, but like you said, it's got the stigma of, you know, what goes on economically and politically in Detroit. But, you know, there's a lot of beautiful places in Michigan for sure.
Certainly is. Hey, Al, thanks so much.
You know, it's, you know, Pete Carmanos and Mike Illich, they were pioneers for us young U.S. hockey players. So they're the guys that, you know, started realizing that, you know, the best players in the world are in Canada, so we're going to start playing these Canadian teams all the time, and therefore the kids that we are, you know, sponsoring are going to, you know, they're going to sink or swim and be at that level and be able to compete. And, you know, if it wasn't for guys like that, you know, guys like me wouldn't have got the opportunity. And, you know, as early ago as 1984, which seems like a long time ago, 30 years ago, 33 years ago, when I turned pro, there was not a lot of Americans in the league. There was probably less than 30, you know, and now, you know, there's probably 150 or more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, drastically changes. The Illich family has been significant in developing, and of course, Hockey USA, too, which is just a factory of fantastic hockey, and it comes from all parts of the United States. It's no longer just Michigan or just in Massachusetts or some of the northern areas. It's everywhere. So, Al, hey, great point. Thanks so much for joining us here this morning. Really appreciate it. Great to hear you're doing well, too, and have yourself a lot of fun with Easter seals, because I know it's important to you.
Yep. Thank you very much, guys.
That is Al Iafrate joining us here via the magic phone from Dave Bastel.
What? We just become best friends? Yep.